It was really hard work, but it's so fun because you get to do like loads of character voices, and you just like you become a bit of a kid again, and it's really good to do.
Why did you decide to choose, and you probably could all answer this in a bit, why did you choose to select children's radio as what to do with your project?
I think with children's radio you can be a lot more imaginative, and like Vicky just said, it does take you back to your youth and it means it can be a lot more fun. It's just something a bit different that we could all just play around with.
I think that perfectly answers that. I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight, and hopefully, I wish you the very best of luck for later on in the show.
Thank you.
Now then, I believe that we've got to head back to the studio. Oh no, we've got one. Can we have one more, please? We found someone amazing down here.
You sent one more quickly.
It's
Ryan.
Terry Christian. It's the host, TV and radio. Hello there, Terry.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Stop pretending you even know who I am.
How does it feel being here tonight?
Well, you know, you sort of feel old, but again, you know, everyone said when Jeremy Corbyn nearly got in that it was like he was going back to the 70s, you know, with his manifesto. And in fact, 1976 was apparently the best year ever on record, and I can remember it really well, you know. You got a full student grant in those days, you know, there was none of these tuition fees. You could go for a 3-year holiday at university, and that's more or less what I did in the late 70s. So yeah, a different era, but you know, it's great that there's media courses now. You know, there wasn't anything like this when I grew up, and you know, my degree, or the one that I never got, was applied biology. And look at me.
Look at where you are now.
Yeah, where exactly is that? Semi-retired.
What brought you to become involved with the BAFTARS in the first place, having presented now for how many years?
This is the third year. I think it's been going. It's been going 3 years. Well, Rick Michael, you know, one of the course tutors, is an old mate of mine. He works at Baby Cow. He was the actual guy who was sort of semi-commissioned Gavin and Stacey for Baby Cow. It landed on his desk in Manchester. None of it was ever made up here, but it counted as a northern production because the script landed on his desk. So I've known Rick since like 1988, 89, you know, since the Manchester era. So he just asked me to do this, you know, because I suppose that was my kind of big break, you know, at that time.
When you come here and you see these sort of students developing their skills, is there anything that you can say, a little piece of information you've gathered throughout your time in the industry that you could pass on to them, especially considering a wonderful night like this, full of enthusiasm, I should say?
Only really disheartening things, you know. No, I mean it's a strange business, you know. It's like a lot. I mean, certainly on the TV side, it tends to eat people up, you know. And you often think what happens to people in TV is almost like asking what happens to where the flies go in the winter. You know, and you get a lot of people who work because the jobs are very intense, they're very insecure nowadays. It's not like it was in the old days. But, you know, there's a lot more, you know, there's a bigger variety of work out there, but there's not the money that you could once make in it, you know, so it's very different. I don't know if it's a career path so much as having a series of jobs, but it is interesting. And I think the way things are going to go in the future anyway, you know, at least you won't be able to be replaced with a robot. Not quite yet.
Anyway, Terry, I'd like to thank you for, at this quick notice, coming to speak to me. Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Anyway, back to you in the studio. How are things looking up there?
Very good, Ryan. Now, Ryan, I'm just looking through all the nominations here, and I've completely bypassed the question that me and you are up for the same category.
Are we?
Yes, we are. We are both up for level 5 radio drama.
You are my enemy. Leave.
We will have to play nice this afternoon, and two people that will definitely have to play nice this evening are our two commentators for tonight. How are you guys doing tonight?
Very good, thank you, yeah.
Very good, thanks.
We're excited.
Now, one question that I want to ask is your inspiration for tonight. It's got to be Eurovision, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Graham Norton's a big
It's a big inspiration for me alone.
Just
I
in
don't
life,
know about you,
yeah,
Ben.
in life.
Yeah, definitely.
Graham is our mantra for life.
The best Father Ted character for a start.
True.
So, in terms of what you're bringing to the broadcast this evening, what have we got to expect from you?
So basically, we're going to have the audio from downstairs playing, and we're going to be in a little box in the studio where you are now, upstairs. And it's going to be the party away from the main party.
Exactly, we're the side party.
And we're just going to be kind of commentating on what we see and what we hear. So there might be a bit of joke taking out of who's on the stage at the time.
Well, I mean, straight away, I mean, there's a little window in my studio of where I can see downstairs at reception. And, I mean, it's great to see that people like to keep it low-key with their outfits. And if that's what they're just wearing, I hate to imagine of what they're bringing when it comes to speeches.
Oh, we're excited.
Oh, really?
We've got a game already. So we're going to be doing 2 games during the night. So one is sweepstakes. So we've written down all the people that we think are going to win.
Okay.
And then whoever wins, prize of some sort.
Yeah.
We're thinking handshake with Terry Christian.
Yeah, that works for me.
And then the other game that we're playing is bingo. So we've written down, and we've still got a few more to add, phrases that we think we're going to hear tonight.
I play this in lectures.
Oh, really?
I shouldn't really say this on...
Add to your list. Add to the list. Feel free, mate.
Certain lecturers do have catchphrases,
Yes,
though.
they
It's
do.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so in terms of what's on that bingo list, what am I expected to hear? Or what do you guys expect to hear?
We're going to reveal them all later, but off the top of my head, one that seems clear is it's the highest standard yet. That is like a kind of awards go-to, especially when it's like uni. And then a lot of mentions of, the third years, now they're leaving us.
Yeah, those sort of things.
No, I mean, the one that you're definitely going to get a line on every time is, I didn't expect to win. I haven't wrote a speech.
Or written, indeed.
Thank you.
And it starts.
Yeah, it goes, I didn't expect this. Thank you to whoever nominated me. It was basically a lecture. So in terms of that, I'm looking forward to it already. I'm going to be sat downstairs with earphones into utter, just to hear what you...
Feel free to phone in. It's going to be a real party atmosphere up here. We've got some friends coming and maybe some drinks.
Hopefully it'll be nice.
Yeah.
Right, lads. Right, you, Ben and Lee, you are on at 20 minutes time.
7 p.m. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Get that bingo card out, and I can't wait to hear what is still yet to come.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So those guys are on at 7 o'clock, and straight away I am excited of what I'm yet to hear. The fact that they are playing a game for the awards ceremony is a game that I play in lectures. I really, as I said, shouldn't have said that, but still. Right, on the way, we've still got all these nominations to go through. Level 5 Radio Studio. Now, for this one, we have got quite a few nominations, and to be honest, these are the guys who are in my year, and the standard for this has been phenomenal. Now, these are all on the way, so here they are.
Concord of the Sea! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your captain speaking. It's now time for the Concord of the Sea safety rap.
Put your hands together and make sure you clap.
Welcome on board this cruise today. Please listen carefully to these tips to stay safe. Please don't run on the deck as you might slip. And if you're using the diving board, please don't do flips.
Concord of the Sea!
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Daisy's Day Out.
I went to the farm today, Daddy.
And?
Let's sit down and I'll tell you all about it.
So what animals are we feeding now?
Right, we've got 2 pygmy goats, and they share the pen with a little pig that you can hear in the background.
Don't be lazy. Be like Daisy. Go on an adventure too.
This is Utter Radio.
Welcome to Jukebox Journeys. You're here with me, Fran.
And me, Molly.
And today we're taking you on an adventure through time in music, fashion and events.
It was the decade when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon and many fashion traditions were broken. Young people were finally given a voice and freedom to do what they wanted.
That's when the LSD thing was, everybody young took it.
Hello and welcome to the weird and wonderful world of The Gaming Show. Do you ever feel uncomfortable when sitting on the park bench, just watching the world breeze by? Do you ever feel like you're always on the hot seat? At home? At work?
I just can't focus on my game.
Hemorrhoids is an unfortunate problem that many of us face at some point in our lives.
But that's when it all changed. I was speaking to my 80-year-old neighbour when she told me about Tuck's hemorrhoid ointment. I finally got my life back on track and I feel great.
Yay!
I can even start twerking again.
The Wonder Plane!
Attention passengers, we have arrived in Jamaica, the home to many talented sports people. So we thought we would stop here to give you the latest sports news. But beforehand, let's get to know our surroundings. Jamaica is known for its athletes, especially in track and field, with the most famous being Usain Bolt. There he goes now.
Away cleanly, Bolt has got a very good
The Wonder Plane!
Level 5 radio studio there you heard The Wonder Plane. Basically, bear with me now, I'm just going to read out nominations for that. Rebecca Braybrook, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Laura Greenwood, Daniel Jones and Amy McCulloch. You also heard Daisy's Day Out, Sally Ashton, John McGowan, Megan Henson and Tanaka Matunga. The Gaming Show with Hugh Atchison, Theo Reid and Leon Riley. And Concord of the Seas, including Martin Griffiths, Saxon Miller, Eleanor Palmer and Yanez Taylor-Wood. Now, obviously, Radio Level 5 is supported by the Hindenburg Systems, and likewise for Radio Studio Level 6. Here are the nominations. You will hear Space Jam, Life's Too Short, Happy Hour, Turn Me On, and Knowing Me, Knowing You with no aha.
Are you missing that certain someone in your life?
Still wondering why you're alone?
What is your game plan for when you're older? To meet somebody, say move in, next get married, and then make sure you marry someone rich, and then she buys all the stuff.
Throughout the show, the wheel of life will spin, choosing today's segments that contribute to your happiness.
Adventure on the road again.
This is Life's Too Short.
Hello, you're listening to Life's Too Short on Utter Radio. I'm Megan, and for the next hour, we'll be exploring the world of bucket lists.
I can't do this, right?
Why did I pick this challenge?
Don't be nervous, it's just me in this room. For God's sake, it's me, you, and an accordion. What are you nervous about?
The female orgasm. It's always been a subject people feel uncomfortable talking about. But here on Turn Me On, we're not afraid to tackle the issue. And producer Craig has been looking up the facts from the fiction to find out a little more on female ejaculation.
Turn Me On. Love Honey, I found 5 facts that you probably never knew about squirting.
You're listening to Space Jam on Utter Radio.
Hello, it's Erica and Rebecca here, live from our rocket, which is currently heading to space.
That's right, it's 5 o'clock, which means one thing only, it's Space Jam time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't worry, that is not the countdown for the BAFTAs. We've still got 15 minutes to go. Downstairs in reception, still with us is Mr. Ryan Krogan. Ryan, how are you getting on?
Hello, I'm getting on just fine. In fact, it's really filling up now. There's so many people, I can barely see the seats.
So, are you joined with anyone? Still pestering questions with?
We have pestered and we have found.
Oh, great!
Is it Anne-Marie Goddard, I believe?
Anne-Marie Stoddard, yeah.
Stoddard. Apologies. May I ask, The Walk, your film, what is it? What is it about?
It's about domestic abuse. Tony, the main character, has just got out of prison after serving a sentence for abusing his partner. The abuse got so bad that she ended up pregnant. It doesn't know that it's got a child. He's questioning all the way through whether this child exists. Cassie denies it, and it's only at the end. Well, you're going to have to watch it.
Oh, teaser! I believe that you've had some issues as well. You went to extreme lengths to actually film the piece and make the piece. Is there any actor stories we can get there?
Yeah, well, you're better off asking Mike here how many times he got beat up.
Mike, what happened?
Well, I thought I was in a little bit of trouble a couple of times when cars were driving past, thinking I was literally really beating up my fellow actor on this programme. It got a little bit heated between, some cars going past and people from afar even, and people looking out the window going, "What are you doing?" Like, call the police and everything. But we had to reassure them that, this is just a film.
This is just acting. You put your life on the line for this piece. I think that really deserves then a win, don't you? Life on the line for it.
You said it yourself there,
exactly,
I put my life on the line,
Life on the line.
Yeah, and I put Louise's life on the line as well. Poor Louise, yeah.
Thank you very much.
We are going to be doing it again because it's just a 5-minute drama at the minute. So I am going to be writing a longer version and doing a crowdfunding page soon. So
we'll look forward to that
as well. I think a little bit of security. Yeah. Well, for me personally, yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for speaking to me today.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to move on to now. It's Professor Alan Walker, the Dean of the School of Arts and Media. Hello there.
Hello there.
How are you today?
Yeah, fantastic. What a lovely event. Really special.
And we've also got Raymond Wong, Chairman of the Asian TV Awards. Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
Now, it's nice to have such dignified people here in quite wonderful suits as well.
Well, I'm fearful of an ad, but Hugo Boss, of course.
Now, would you be able to tell me how it's like to both of you, to tell me how it's like to be at an event of such excitement. There's a genuine excitement in the air, isn't there?
This is a brilliant event, and I'm really anticipating the awards this evening, and I know there's some really top quality productions to see. So yeah, it's as close you're going to get to professional while still at university. It's brilliant.
Have you seen any of the nominations, and can you give us any teasers of ones that you particularly liked?
I'm not going to give that one.
Oh,
away. Come on, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. And I have had a little preview because I was down at home the other week, and we had a screening down there. But absolutely, I'm not going to give anything away. You have to come and watch.
Now, what would you describe the atmosphere like being here? And also, is there anyone you've seen here who has particularly impressed you?
Well, I think they all look great tonight. I'm quite new to the university here, but I think this event looks quite fantastic.
Is there any films that you have seen then? Or can I get any information out of you about what films you've seen?
I've seen nothing yet.
Nothing yet at all.
You won't get anything from me.
Both of you as well. Is there any advice you would give to people who are coming to Salford and what you can expect from an event like this and from maybe coming into the media?
I think, one, it's highly professional, it's highly creative, and it's absolutely contemporary, cutting-edge stuff that you're going to watch. We are leading in this area, in this university, in this country. And I'm delighted to have Raymond here, who's from Singapore, and his experience of the Asia Television Awards. We'll get his reflections later on tonight, but I'm very confident about the sheer quality of what we produce, so really excited.
Is there a big difference then from the side of media that you've came from to coming to Salford and seeing what sort of stuff we do here, and how does that sort of affect your view of it maybe?
No, I think it is now an era where media is quite international.
Yes.
And there's no better time now to be in the media business than now.
If that's any provocation for anyone to join the media, that's it. There's no better time than now. Just do it. Anyway, I believe we are now going to head over to Jill Wilkinson. So let's go over there. Let's go over. Where's this? We're running. Let's go. We're on air. Oh, hello. Jill, are you the director of the what's that? Coronation Street.
I am indeed. Yes.
Spectacular to meet you. And now you are a judge for the level 5 and 6 TV drama, are you not?
Yes, I am indeed. I am.
Have you seen any of the pieces tonight?
I have seen all of the pieces that I've judged tonight, yes.
Okay.
And they're all very good.
As a serious producer, what would you say that people need to succeed in an event like this and to get one of these fabled BAFTA awards?
Money for bribery normally goes down quite well. Other than that, talent and dedication and determination.
Have you seen much of that here tonight?
Yes. In the main, yes. I've seen quite a bit of it, so that's good.
Is there anything as well that you've seen here tonight that could potentially, shall we say, inspire you and your work? Anything you're going, we need a bit of that where we are?
Well, I'm quite liking the look of the BAFTAs kind of stage setting for the photo.
It does look
wins.
nice.
So one of those statues may be missing later on, I thought. Maybe.
Thank you very much for speaking to me today.
That's okay.
Anyway, back in studio, how is it looking up there?
Looking absolutely fine. Now, I've been given a screen.
Screen?
Where I can see what's going on inside the awards ceremony. And people are starting filling their seats, Ryan. But one thing I want you to do before, obviously, we go. Now, you've been doing a lot of running round downstairs.
I have.
It's
stressful.
Yeah, I need you to carry on doing that. Basically, I want you to go round as many people at the moment and get a variation of emotion.
Okay.
So basically, you want people just put a microphone in their face, one word of emotion. You've got 30 seconds. Go.
Gary, one word of emotion for the radio. How do you feel tonight?
Reflective and exuberant. No, one word. Love is the word.
Love. Julia, one word. What is the one emotion you would describe how you feel tonight?
Excited.
Excited, of course excited. Let's find somebody else. Let's head over here. Oh, Deborah. One word of emotion that you're feeling for tonight.
Well, you've just interrupted me. I'm about to give someone a...
So apologies. Disappointment.
Torn from my breast.
Sorry.
Disappointment so far, but high anticipation.
High anticipation. I think that perfectly sums up all the emotions you need for the event.
Right, Ryan, I still need to carry on.
I still need to carry on.
Yeah, keep going. I want a variation of emotion. Go with some students.
Okay.
They're all sitting down by the bar. Surprise, surprise.
Would everybody here be able to give me a shout of an emotion that you're feeling right now about the night?
Depression.
Depression, why?
My girlfriend just left me last week.
That's not very good. Anything here?
I'm thirsty, so I'm going to get a drink.
First.
First. I can't think of anything, so I'll go first.
You can't think of anything, so now we're going to be left. Let's find other people here.
Now, Ryan, just one question. Have you actually saw the BAFTA award?
No, I have not.
Oh, because I was hoping that you would be able to describe it to me, because once again, I haven't saw anything yet.
I haven't seen anything near that area too, because apparently if I walk down the area, the mic connection will shut off, and we don't want that, do we?
Oh, no, that's what we've just told you.
Yeah. Keeping me from the awards. I'm not going to steal it.
That's it. That's exactly it. Now, I could see people downstairs, Ryan. There's lots of people that you can still go and talk to before...
Okay. I'm going to wander. I am walking and trying to find people who...
That's it. Head towards the bar. I can see you. Head towards the bar.
Head towards the bar.
Live radio, it's fine.
Now, I've just spoken to you guys, but would you be able to quickly, all of you, give one word of emotion for how you're feeling right now about tonight?
Exhilarated.
Excited. Looking forward to it. But that's not one word.
That's not one word. Can we do it down to one word?
Anticipation.
Anticipation. Pure anticipation.
I've run out of the adjectives.
What?
You asked me first.
Thank you very much. Let's move down here.
Now, Ryan, how are you feeling? I don't think anyone's asked you how you are.
No, I'm feeling very, very, very tense at the moment because everyone's sort of dissipating, and I feel like I've driven everyone away.
They just see you going around the microphone, and they don't want to see you anymore.
They don't want to see me at all. They run away. I've got someone who will say something.
Go on.
It's Kenneth Longden. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is my third interviewee today.
It is. And how many in the total over the whole semester?
I'm not sure. It'll grow, I'm sure, next year. But
always a pleasure.
Now we're looking around for one word that you can explain to say that's how I'm feeling tonight. One word that you describe the BAFTARS tonight.
Elated.
Elated.
Yeah, because we all work very hard. I mean, students perhaps don't see this. We all work very hard. We've all kind of been concerned with making sure tonight's been a big event for the students and for the university, and now we can't do anything to stop it. It's going, and so I feel elated, I feel relieved and happy, and the atmosphere is great.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful atmosphere. Also, as part of the interview questions that we were asking before, what tonight do you look for in a nomination? Of course, providing the essay nominations, what do you look for in a good essay? Because that's something that we haven't talked about. We haven't mentioned that at all tonight.
We've never talked about that, have we? No. Obviously, all the necessary requirements have to be there. You know, evidence reading, research. It's written well. It answers the question, etc. But we also look for originality. We look for that bit of spark, that bit of original thought. And that's important, you know, and it's sometimes, in fact, it's nearly always that originality that makes the difference between a good essay and a very good essay. So the nominations tonight will reflect that.
Is there any nominations that you can say that have definitely piqued your interest? Any names we can provide at this point?
I can't
Nothing. Oh, everyone's being so obtuse to me.
I really can't. It's more than my life's worth. But there are a couple of essays that I really enjoyed reading. You know, I would have read them had I not been paid to do so. I would have actually have read them. So interesting.
Kenneth, also another question. What are you drinking tonight?
Anything going.
Now, I've not been to the bar yet, but is there anything that you could say that everyone should get some?
The red wine's quite good. The Budweiser is cool.
Cool, but
cool.
Yeah, nice.
And after that, it's every man for himself.
Every man for himself.
Yeah.
So if that's the definition of the night, it's ultimate pandemonium when it comes to alcohol and award collecting.
Yeah. Every man for himself.
Every man for himself. That's the BAFTARS. Total unity. Every man for himself.
That's actually Salford's unofficial motto.
So every man for himself up there. Are you all ready to come down and steal some alcohol?
Yes. Now, obviously, if you want to get involved with the BAFTARs at any point throughout tonight's show, Ben and Lee are on the way next in just a couple of minutes' time. T-2 minutes for the main event. Now, with regards to social, if you want to get involved with the BAFTARs, it's at UOS BAFTAs. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For us up in the studio, it's at Utter Radio on Twitter. Make sure you send in your tweets with how you are feeling downstairs. If you are nominated for an award tonight, we do want to get those feelings, we want to get those emotions, and how hard you have actually worked this semester in obviously 140 characters. Keep them coming at Utter Radio. Now, I'm going to go downstairs, get a seat warm, and put my feet up for the rest of the show. And I will go meet Ryan and basically give him a handshake for how well he's done downstairs, running around getting all of these nominations and all of that interviews downstairs. Big thank you to everyone from Utter who have been involved with the show so far. And as I said, it is time now for the main event. I will get out and stop talking and let Ben and Lee take into the chair, who obviously is going to do our commentary for tonight's programme.
You're listening to the BAFTAs live on Utter Radio. Utter Radio is proudly showcasing work from across the TV and radio degree here at Salford University. The BAFTAs are here rewarding students for outstanding work, and we'll be playing the nominations throughout the day. So join us here on Utter Radio. The BAFTAs. Now you're talking.
It's 7 p.m. and welcome. You're listening to Utter Radio. We've got Ben Jones here and Lee Wilkinson.
Hi, Ben.
Well, this is going to be fun.
That is what it's going to be, yes.
So basically, this is the BAFTAs, and it's a celebration award all about BA in TV and radio.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a play on the BAFTA pun.
Yeah.
And basically,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think they might mention that a few times through the night.
Okay. Have you got it down?
Oh, I'll write that down on the bingo.
Yeah.
So they're going to be downstairs in what's known as the DPL.
Something like that, yeah. I forgot the name.
And we're going to be up here in what's known as Studio A.
Studio A, yeah, I know that for sure.
And so we're going to have like a little party up here. Kind of, we weren't invited to the main one, so we're going to be cool people up here.
Is it? Well, you were. You got a nomination.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so,
stop it.
It's just me who's not good enough.
And yeah, so we're just going to be up here, kind of having fun, having a lol.
Having a lol.
Having a lol, yeah.
Yes.
This our first time doing live radio together.
It is.
A massive mistake for all involved.
Well, we were Utter's most listened to show before today.
Yeah, I mean, we don't like to mention it, but most listened on the Mixcloud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't remember figures exactly, but...
I mean, into the double digits.
Ooh.
I mean, if you can imagine a figure that high. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have the audio playing through of what's on the TV downstairs. So what's
because
like,
we're not good enough to actually sit in there, but
no, and we're basically going to be all the way up here. So there's nothing really happening downstairs. We can put it on, and you kind of hear little crowd noises, if there is any, in that one. And then no, just kind of a white noise. That's lovely. So basically, they're all downstairs, and then we're going to be up here kind of having a little joke at what's happening downstairs because we're too cool for that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. In advance, I am suffering severely from hay fever. It seems to have cleared up, but I've got tissue in front of me just in case there's an emergency sneeze on the way.
I also have a bit of wind, not going to lie. There's a bit of a smell in here.
Wind?
That's me.
All right, nice and clean commentary so far then.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be our biggest struggle, not swearing.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of censoring, Lauren Johnstone is here with
Head of Utter.
It's not
Sorry,
Johnstone. Just got to clear that up. Really annoying.
She once lost a name. She used to have Brooke at the end and she lost it.
That's true. I don't know where it went.
You lost a brick?
So
yeah, I'm going to try and censor you without luck because it's live, so
yeah.
What am I going to do?
The most you can do is say sorry.
Well, that's good enough for me. Well, we're all leaving soon. Let's face it.
Exactly.
We're all third years. We're about to graduate.
I would end on a big goodbye.
What C word maybe? What do you call this ensemble you've come in? Black jeans, trainers, and a flowery t-shirt.
Well, it was
flowery bits.
It's grey with a flowered pocket and sort of sleeve ends.
Auto Radio tackling all the big issues. Didn't get the memo about smart cash.
Well, I know it's smart, but last year at the BAFTARS, I came along and I dressed up too smart. Like when I turned up,
So
I
you've
was wearing
undercompensated this time, and
yes.
hopefully you'll get a good meal.
Yeah, but also I've been in this radio studio all day. I don't need to go down to the main arena of smartness, so I'm just going to wear this.
Someone you're excited to see, I can smell. Terry Christian.
Terry Christian is here.
Do you know, I met him earlier. Do you want to know what happened?
Bragging.
So I could see on this screen in the radio studio, I could see the rehearsal going on. And I actually went down when I had a break in producing here, and I watched everything that was going on. The wonderful Ben Warburton produced.
Good evening, and welcome to the BAFTARS at Salford University. Before we begin, just a couple of health and safety announcements. In the event of a fire alarm, which we are not expecting, the fire exits are to the side and rear of the studio. The studio is full tonight, so please keep your bags under your seats and keep exits clear. Before we begin, just a couple of health and safety announcements. In the event of a fire alarm, which we are not expecting, the fire exits are to the side and rear of the studio.
Max. Wild.
Who'd have thought of that?
Camera. Multi-platform, because it is 2017.
Yeah, get with the times, guys. We've got a Twitter account.
Radio drama. Bit old school. TV studio. And best theory essay.
Advanced camera and lighting.
Oh, that should be fun. I'm in 2 of those videos, so I'm hoping I get a kind of win. Lauren's in one of them.
Which one's this?
George's camera and lighting video. You're in that.
I am in that. I'm also in George's drama.
Oh, you're juggling
for like 3 seconds.
Juggling balls. You'd like to do that, don't you?
Always.
Lovely
they're taking
stuff.
a bit of time to get going, aren't
They
they?
are, yeah, with the purple and
Good
pink.
evening.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be another safety, isn't
there
it?
again, we got excited.
Oh, or is that actually it?
No, it's not.
No.
Are they the awards at the back?
Yeah, so is that what the BAFTA award looks like, or is that what the Oscar? Because it looks a bit like the Oscar.
Good evening, and welcome to the BAFTARS at Salford University.
I don't know, to be honest. Lauren, you might be able to help us.
Is that what the BAFTA award looks like, or is it the
I think
Oscar?
it's similar to the BAFTAs, but they haven't quite got it right.
I actually held one of these BAFTAs yesterday. It was covered in bubble wrap, but I can bring you an exclusive little story.
Okay.
So
Does
can
it
you
end
see
with
on?
Terry Christian going to get his pen?
Not this
I've lost
time.
my pen.
So
there we go. Bit of audio. There we go. I'll turn that on.
So you see on the table there's some figurines.
Are they the awards?
They are the awards. They'll be handed out they'll be taken off the table by Shania, then handed to the judge, who will then hand
Slow and steady wins the race, my friend.
Strong and stable. Strong and stable.
Strong.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
The studio is full tonight,
to the side
so please
and
keep your
rear of
bags
the
under your
studio.
seats and keep
The
exits
studio is
clear.
full tonight, so
Toilets
please keep
are
your
just
bags
outside
under your
on the
seats
right
and keep exits clear.
Please, no flash
Toilets
photography.
are just outside
if you
on the
get
right.
too hot.
Whew, that's a good start, isn't it? I didn't even get announced on. Now, for those of you who are young and you're wondering who I am, when you've been in the media as long as I have, you're old. Properly old. And it's always strange to me coming to Salford. I actually grew up about 1.5 miles away, a little place called Old Trafford. Anyone heard of that? So can I just say, every time I come to Salford, I always get this feeling inside that someone's building a wicker man for me. Right, now this is the 3rd year I've been asked to do this, so I should say good evening and welcome to the 3rd annual BAFTA Award ceremony, the night that celebrates the very best work of the BA TV and radio students here at the University of Salford's Media City campus. Now the BAFTAs are now 3 years old. I'm Terry Christian. Look me up on Google. I've done all sorts. The worst thing is, I am an award-winning radio presenter and producer, all sorts of stuff, but the first 2 awards are won, people still called the radio the wireless back then. Not my fault. And I'm not very good with their teenagers, because I've got 2 teenage lads at home. You must have heard of them. No, and to be honest with you, I find it difficult. It's all like effing this, effing that. That's just the school reports. Right, don't encourage me. Right, now tonight, proving that students can indeed work to deadlines, this full event is being streamed online and into the egg in the foyer, and we're currently broadcasted on our very own Utter Radio. And to the privileged in the DPL, the tech-savvy streamers and the keen listeners online, I should say welcome. Now, moving on to our first award this evening, it's a Level 5 TV Documentary Award, and to announce the nominations and the winner, we're very lucky to have a guy that I worked with about 10 years ago on, well, it should have been an award-winning TV series called Turn on Terry. It reviewed TV ruthlessly, featuring the late great Tony Wilson. It was a euphemism-free zone. We nearly got taken off air when he referred to the Russell Brand, then a newbie to TV, as a C word. He was reviewing Russell's first appearance on Big Brother's bit on the side, and he said, basically, when I watch somebody on the TV, I feel as if I'm inviting them into my living room, and I don't want Jeremy Hunt like that in my living room. That's when TV was good in those days. So I have to say, very lucky to have this guy, Patrick Talbot. He's been judging the award. He's a freelance self-shooting producer-director. He's worked on documentaries, studio entertainment shows and current affairs for all the major channels, and he's currently making short films for the BBC's The One Show. Please welcome Patrick Talbot.
It was a pleasure working with you, Terry. But you got the show wrong. It wasn't Turn on Terry. It was It's My Life.
It's My Life. Oh my God!
Yeah, another show you went.
I knew it was one of them. that was the religious and moral issues one.
It was the religious one.
Oh my God!
12 on ITV. On a Sunday night. Right, it's a privilege announcing this first award. So thank you very much for having me. My boss at ITV always tried to drum into me. The 3 things every good documentary should do is they need to make you laugh, they need to make you cry, and they need to tell you something you never knew. And these 5 documentaries did that and much more. So the nominations are...
With over 20 million posts on Instagram, the health trend has taken the world by storm. Clean eating diets often involve removing meat, dairy and gluten to achieve weight loss goals.
And I vlog because I like it. It's great. What I consider my channel to be about, I don't really know. It's just about me and things that happen. I started off doing the YouTube vlogs as an extension of me.
Lee Evans, well, he got massively delayed by traffic. So he was supposed to be on first about 8 o'clock. He didn't arrive till 11. I was just sort of wrapping up the headline act, and he come bounded up the stairs. He said, "Listen, everybody, come back. We've got the open mic spots just arrived. Shall we give him a go?" And we said, "Yeah, give him a go." And he was fantastic.
Anything is dangerous.
it's how it's delivered, it's how it's taught. It's not as dangerous as what people think.
I had some trouble with the people that live near me. You learn how to protect yourself.
I started Thai boxing when I was about 8-year-old, just to get me off the streets.
Okay. And the film that really resonated with me was one that told a personal story with terrific access and an obvious bond between the filmmaker and the contributors. So the winner is, and plus it was superbly shot, the winner is Inside the Cage by Jack Thompson.
I didn't really prepare anything to say because I had no idea I was going to win, so I just want to thank everyone that helped me make the documentary. So cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well done, Andrew. Thanks, Patrick. It's my life. But to be fair, I was doing that at the same time as Turn on TV. Turn on Terry, was that it? Do you know, any old crap late night, that's what I did. You know, back in the day. You don't really have a career, you just have a series of jobs when you've got an accent like mine. Terrible, it's like racism, you know. What they used to say to me back in 1990 when I first came on TV, it was as if every meeting I went to, it was as if I'd been parachuted in from a Coronation Street theme park. But I'm still here, semi-unemployed. Right, now our next one is radio podcasts. And now it's Level 6 TV documentaries. Here to announce the nominations and present the award for the best TV documentary Level 6 is a vastly experienced executive producer who's worked across the full spectrum of TV channels for BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5 on a wide range and variety of complex programmes, from large outside broadcasts to big studio productions through to landmark documentary series. Please welcome Andrew Nicholson.
So, what makes a great documentary? A great documentary takes us to places we've never been. It shows us things we've never seen. It helps us meet people we never thought we'd have a chance to meet. And it shows the world from their perspective. And I think all 5 of the nominees ticked all of these boxes.
In a society where our children spend less time outdoors than prisoners, we delve into the world of a school with a difference, where children are getting back to nature.
The way that the outdoors impacts on children's brains and bodies is just extraordinary.
I've been asked if I have a boyfriend and then if I have a fuck with him. I don't think I have the time to freaking have sex, to be honest. I think I'd be conked out before I got time for that. You can get a lot of like nerves, right? You gotta like be able to handle yourself.
I worry about just generally the treatment aging me. It sounds really shallow, but that's what I worry about. You know, I'm 29. I don't want to look like a cancer victim for the rest of my life. I want to finish treatment and I want to go back to normal, and I want it to be something that people are surprised to learn about me.
Meet 9-year-old Paddy. Her favourite colour is pink. She loves to play dress up with her older sister Sarah, and she was born a boy.
She is who she is and confident in who she is. And she's a pretty little girl and she knows it.
Blackpool, a North England seaside resort, where all year round millions of tourists enjoy donkey rides, piers and paddling, pleasure beach and fun fairs.
All 5 were excellent, but there was won. There can only be one winner. And it was a compelling story, had great characters, and what impressed me most was it had amazing access, and that's a lot about what makes a great documentary. So the winner is Emily Ward with The Family Transition.
Oh my God. Thank you so much to everyone that helped me create this, and also emotionally create this, because it was a stressful thing, and just, I can't believe it. The documentaries I was nominated against were just phenomenal, so thank you.
Yeah, well done, Emily, and thanks again, Andrew. We now move on to radio podcasts and features. Radio once was only something you could listen to at home. Now extended content is available for anyone to download across the world and listen to it where and when they want. These students have tried to create that, and to present the award is Joe Meek, who's a co-director of Manchester-based Spark Lab Productions. His radio career has spanned 20 years, during which she's produced and executive produced programmes for all the BBC's terrestrial UK radio networks, in addition to the BBC World Service, ABC National Radio in Sydney, and many commercial networks. Now, Jo is unable to join us in person, but she sent us this video.
What was the last thing you said to your neighbour? With microphone in hand, we set upon a journey to get a little insight into the lives of our neighbours.
Hi, do you have 5 minutes to tell us your most interesting story?
Welcome to the Doorstep Tales of 52 Madison.
No matter what you do in life, no matter how the odds are against you, to never give up on that. And that's why I carry me in life. You know, compared to what my dad's life lesson is, which is somewhere what he did when he was 10 or so, or younger, similar age I am.
When I was a boy, probably about 10 years old, I went to live in the rainforest in Guyana, South America. The life that was any young boy dreams. I get a chance to see wildlife, waterfalls. It was living a dream. It teaches me to be humble and don't take life for granted.
We just like to give everybody equal opportunities, really. It doesn't matter where you come from. I believe that everybody can cook. Get it nice and hot. I think Italian food's always had quite a big popularity in Britain because of the bolognese. People love bolognese in this country. They love the carbonaras. As a casual dining solution, I think it is on the rise.
And as I said, Jo Meek is unable to join us in person, but she has sent us this video announcing the winner.
I'm really sorry I can't be at the awards this evening, but just to say a massive well done to everyone who's been nominated and everyone involved. I'm really pleased to have been asked to listen and judge the podcast award category, because whether it's Adam Buxton's podcasts or Radio Wolfgang's Fathers and Sons, or true crime stories of They Walk Among Us, some of my favourite podcasts, the podcast market in the UK has never been richer, in my opinion. There's something for any storytelling taste, even before you start to delve into the phenomenally busy American podcast market. And the 3 shortlisted podcasts brought a real broad range of subjects from everything from our relationship to food to our relationships with one another. And they all revealed to me, anyway, a real interest in the 21st century human condition. The winner displayed a well-paced narrative, and it was a teasing exploration into parent and child relationships, which really drew me in, kept my interest, and left me wanting more. And so I can reveal the winner is Robin Parker and Theodon London for their feature about coming of age and father-son relationships.
Okay, wow, I didn't think that would actually happen, but yeah, I'm not very good at speeches, so I just want to thank Fidan, who couldn't make it tonight. Obviously I couldn't have made it without him, and everyone, all my friends who've just kind of, been with me throughout uni and just helped me out and not made me lose my mind. Thank you so much for just being here and supporting me. It's amazing.
Well done, Robin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Radio Documentary Level 6, supported by Hindenburg Systems. The winner of this category will win and receive a 2-year Journalist Pro multi-track audio editor. To judge this award, please welcome Richard McElroy. Richard is a series producer of Heart and Soul on the BBC World Service. He's had over 20 years with the BBC and he's made documentary programmes for all BBC networks apart from Radio 3. That'll happen soon. He's proud to say he's worked in the North for his entire BBC career. Welcome, Richard.
Thanks to Jeff for asking me to judge this award. It's an interesting time. There are big discussions at the moment within BBC Radio, especially Radio 4, about where the next long-form and documentary makers are going to come from. The bigwigs are genuinely worried that there aren't going to be those people to engage with the under 45s or the replenishers, which is the big word we hear so much. So it's great that the university and the students are committed to teaching and learning what it is to make documentary programmes. Making documentaries for the radio is all-consuming, painful, exhilarating, exasperating, frustrating and deeply satisfying. And just as you feel you might have nailed how to do it, you realise that you actually probably haven't. So let's hear from the 3 people who are trying to nail it.
Hi, so glad to see you. I'm so frightened. Very, very frightened. I've had nights, but I think I am improving. But this device has gone off 5 times since I've been in the defibrillator.
We stopped the traffic with a banner about the misfire of the Trident and Theresa May lying about it. We stopped the traffic and we just sat in the road and we did get arrested. They wasn't going to arrest us first of all, but they did in the end. But running down the road, like, with the banner and sort of sneaking the way we went and everything, you know what I mean? Like, hearts really pumping and everything, and we were running down the road trying to get as close to the base as we could. We stopped the traffic.
That Christmas, I went into his car for something and I found a receipt for a gold bracelet. And I thought, that's a bit odd. And when Christmas came and went, the scene in Love Actually, where Emma Thompson sees the husband buying the necklace and she gets a CD. Well, I got an exercise wheel on Christmas Day and electronic facial hair removal kit and a pair of hiking boots.
The thing which stood out there was, as you heard, was all 3 examples introduced us to ordinary people who didn't have ordinary experiences. But the winner introduced us to the life of one woman and allowed her to tell her own story. And we had just one voice for the most part, over 28 minutes, which in context was a really brave thing to do. But once you listened, it just seemed an obvious and natural thing to do. And that's a really tricky thing to pull off. So this year's winner is Emma Stockman for the Knots in Life's Tapestry.
Oh my God, wow. I just want to give a massive shout out to Callum and Ben, who were obviously, as you heard, they're nominated. They are amazing at what they do and their documentaries were incredible and they saved my backside more than once over the past 3 years. And I also want to say a massive thanks to Jeff McQueen and Jules McCarthy, because without them I would nowhere near been as brave and has had as much courage to produce something like that and pull it off. So massive shout out to Jeff and Jules. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Emma, and thanks, Richard. And now for something completely different. The BAFTARS is an all-inclusive event. We want all of our TV and radio students to feel the love of our celebration. So to recognise all the hard work all of you put into the academic writing on this course demands, we have an award tonight for Level 5 and for Level 6 theory essays. And here to present the award is Leslie McMurtry. Leslie McMurtry was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She was awarded her PhD in English radio drama in 2015 from Swansea University. She's been published in loads of academic journals, and she is a new member of the team here at Salford University and will begin teaching radio theory in September 2017. So let's hear what she's got to tell us about the best theory essay for Level 5. Please welcome Leslie McMurtry.
Hi. As Terry said, I'm new, so I don't know most of you yet, but I'm looking forward to getting to knowing you better. And it's been an honour to be involved in the judging of the Level 5 theory essays. So without any further ado, let's look at the nominees. And the winner is Jonathan Dean for Contemporary American Cinema.
Wow, this is weird. When I submitted this essay, I thought it was the worst thing I'd ever written. And 4 days beforehand, didn't even know which essay question I was answering. So, I'd like to thank Martin Flanagan, who shared his passion for American cinema with all of us. It was a pleasure to be in his lectures. To Gary Morrisroe, my personal tutor, you've been brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better one, really. All my friends, whether you knew it or not, you kept me sane through all of this, and to my mum as well, who every time I wavered and every time that I thought, I can't do this, I'm rubbish, there's no way I can do this, she said, yes, you can. So, thank you.
Okay, now it's time to move to a man so cool he could be his own Pringle dip. Ladies and gentlemen and crisp connoisseurs, judging Best Theory Essay Level 6, it's Dr. Richard Hewitt.
I think Tom Hoyer wrote that for me. Can we mark him up on British TV Fictions? Nice to see you all wearing what I'm guessing are your best clothes. Well done. Now, I was watching some of your clips in the egg earlier and listening to Utter today. It's nice to see what you've been getting up to while you were skiving off my seminars and nipping out of my lectures halfway through. Well done. Writing a lovely theory essay is as, or should be, as fulfilling an act of creation as recording a radio documentary, or filming a TV drama, or making sweet, sweet love to your chosen life partner in order to produce a beautiful bouncing baby. For me, it's more about the writing. Here are the nominations for the 3 Level 6 theory essays that rocked my world. It is exciting, isn't it? Now, all the essays that were nominated did what you should all have been doing for the last 3 years. Clearly argued, supported with textual evidence and research. Yes, clear expression of ideas. All that stuff you don't pay any attention to on the marking criteria. Oh dear, no. I've picked up the wrong... Luckily, it's like the Oscars all over again, isn't it? Luckily, I know who won. Any essay about Poldark, for me, is a bittersweet experience. Watching the young Aidan Turner scything topless is, for me, a reminder of my own lost youth. It's like looking in a mirror. The winner of Best Theory Essay Level 6 is George Stafford Roberts.
Oh, thank you. I feel a bit like a deer in the headlights now. Definitely need to thank Richard and Anthony as well for keeping theory essays fun and entertaining throughout all of university, basically. I've really enjoyed them, and it's been one of my favourite modules, to be honest. I definitely also need to thank my girlfriend, Lovelyn, for dragging me to the library constantly this term and last term, when I would rather be asleep. So, thank you, everybody.
Well done, George. And they've still got libraries. What are the government doing? Now we come to a very interesting category, Best Multi-Platform. This really is a module that makes students think outside the box and create content that can be consumed over a variety of different forms of media. To explain multi-platform and to judge that award, please welcome to the stage Dan Cooper. Dan graduated from BAFTA in 2004 and has spent the subsequent 13 years managing market-leading digital media projects for some of the biggest brands in the UK, including Hollyoaks, BBC Bitesize, Channel 4 Comedy, CBBC and CBeebies. Dan is currently the editorial lead on all BBC children's apps, as well as leading on some key digital strategy pieces as part of the big digital plan for children. And he's there. Dan.
Thanks, Owen. So, I don't think I will try and explain multi-platform, but the 3 great projects here that give 3 nice examples of multi-platform delivery of content, 3 that use technology in completely different ways and take completely different approaches to digital storytelling. So I think we're going to see a clip from each.
Congratulations. Stay cautious this time. This off. This pod, and that's why it was damaged. Deliberately. Told you you'll be sorry. Trust me. So that's where the pod was, right? Yeah. It's gone now? Yeah. I did 30 years of addiction. Never smoked spice in my life. I was doing really well, and I walked past a legal high shop one day, and I've been smoking weed for so many years, and I thought, well, this is legal. And I went in and I found super lemon haze it was, and that's what I used to grow when I used to smoke weed. That's what I used to grow. So I bought this bag of super lemon haze, got kicked out of rehab, ended up homeless, report like all this, man. Ended up on the streets. I had to work on me, work my ass off to get back out of this thing.
So it's a really difficult category to judge. It's very, very broad. 3 fantastic projects, very difficult to choose between them. For me, the winner was the one that used the technology to enhance the storytelling and told it in the most structured way. And so the winner is Charlie Wheeler.
I just want to say thanks to everyone who supported me through that, and I'll keep my speech short and then we can all go to the pub sooner.
Yeah, well done, Charlie, and thanks, Dan. We're lucky, of course, to work next door to Radio 4 Drama here in Media City, so let's see if the Level 5 radio drama programmes tell great stories. This category is sponsored by Hindenburg, and the winners of both Level 5 and 6 radio drama will also receive a 2-year Journalist Pro multi-track audio editor. Both the Level 5 and 6 radio drama categories tonight have been judged by Sharon Sefton from BBC Radio Drama, so welcome, Sharon.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here to present these BAFTARs, or from Cornwall, BAFTARs. That's where I'm from originally. Together with my fellow judge, actually development producer Charlotte Richards, we really enjoyed listening to your radio dramas. Your hard work and commitment was clearly demonstrated in your entries, and we both agreed that all your pieces showed a sound grasp of radio drama production. There was something to be commended in each of them. There were those that were particularly successful in their sound design, transported us to the world of your stories, building atmosphere and setting the right tone. There were scripts that were great, that were written really well, observant and layered. There was high drama and laugh out loud comedy with some standout acting performances, and directors that brought scripts to life. So that was for both Level 5 and Level 6. So congratulations to all the nominees for both of these awards. And first, Level 5, let's hear the nominees.
Everything okay, Emily? I can see you getting annoyed there. What was all that about?
Oh, it's because he was missing the free coupon you get in the parcel. I said I could send another one out, but I would need his order number so I could prove it was missing. But he couldn't tell me it. Plus, he wouldn't give me any details till he's spoken to a manager. Wayne, do you want to know what he said?
What?
Well, he didn't tell me his name, so I began calling him Sir. Then he shouted at me saying, "Do not call me Sir. I haven't been knighted."
Anyway, it's not like me to moan. I need the extra cash to go and see Sharon in Spain once you've moved out.
Yeah, I told you. 6 months and I'll be full-time.
6 months is a long time, Stephen. I'm not getting any younger. Although I do have a third date tonight. You know what that means?
Oh, Mum, please.
What? I've got needs as well.
Right, now we need to not talk about this.
Well, don't be so dramatic. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for my desires.
Mum!
Well, that were a bit of a lie, wasn't it? Excuse me? Kindness of me heart? Doing a bit for the community? Yeah, such a great citizen. You know, out here, picking up litter to avoid prison.
Fancy minding your own business. You can't be all that when you're down here, can you?
Well, I've got 64 hours left, me lad. Here, what is it you've done then?
The winner, I felt, was particularly well written, beautifully acted and directed, and I loved it. And you know, love is central serious and central like a badger. So well done to Jack Ledo, Laura Shenton and Joseph Smith with On the Road Again.
Hurry up! There you go. Right, thanks for that. That's amazing. I really wasn't expecting this, was you?
No.
So I really appreciate it, guys. If I was expecting it, I'd have written a speech.
You didn't.
I did, yeah.
Oh, God.
It's not often one of the Chuckle Brothers wins an award, fantastic. Anything you'd like to say, Laura?
I think you've summed it up.
Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers, thank you.
There you are. It was indeed very funny. I can see why. Thank you. So now to level 6. Let's hear the nominees before I open the envelope.
Good luck, my darling Torstein. Look after yourself.
No, in front of us, Astrid. Seriously.
We will be back soon with as much gold as we can fit in a longboat. Now, look after the hold, Astrid. And Ulfa, look after Astrid. Goodbye. I'll be thinking of you.
As will I.
Now, where is Uber? I think the wind is good to go.
Please, don't shoot him.
What on earth are you doing? Get out of the way now or I'll kill you both.
Please, just let us go on our way.
That thing is going absolutely nowhere.
That's enough. Shut up and listen to me. I know he looks like a walker, but is he acting like one? No, he's harmless.
Harmless? Why are his hands cuffed then?
Just protection from himself.
Oh, rubbish. He's a walker, and I kill walkers.
No, please.
Control, this is Hotel Delta 4, urgent.
Control here, send it.
Control, we found your missing car. Currently upside down in a ditch, looks like it's skidded on ice. We need fire and ambo up here ASAP.
Help!
What do we do? Jump down and tell me how many are in there. I'll fetch the kit from the boot.
Lucy! Lucy!
Oh God, this can't be happening.
Oh my God!
Oh God.
He just ran out! I had no time to even think. Is he okay?
It's a girl. Oh love, please.
And so the winner of level 6 in a piece which utilised and embraced key storytelling techniques of radio drama, it's George Stafford Roberts with The Long Night.
I'm really embarrassed to be here again. Definitely got to shout out to all the other nominations. They were all really good. And just thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, George. Can he make it a hat trick? And be really hated? No, you've got to be careful with that one. Do you know, once upon a time I was the youngest person to ever win a Sony Award. Then I became the first person to win 2 and got sacked 3 months after. It's a double-edged sword success. And thank you very much, Sharon. Right. Well, on that cheery note, I'm reminded to say hello to our internet viewers who are watching the BAFTAs as it's streamed online. Hope you're enjoying the show as much as we are here. It's time, though, to move away from the factual side of broadcasting now, as it's time to travel to the world of fiction and get the drama from Salford. Please welcome to judge both the Level 5 and 6 awards for TV drama, Jill Wilkinson. Jill Wilkinson originates from Birkenhead in the northwest of England. I think Scousers call them woolly backs, don't they? terrible phrase. And is an award-winning film and television director who began her professional career at the Bill for ITV, having been headhunted by the producers before she graduated from the National Film and Television School. Since then, she's worked continuously in the British television industry on such shows as Casualty, Peak Practice, EastEnders, Biker Grove, Grange Hill and Coronation Street. Please welcome Jill Wilkinson.
Hello everyone, thank you Jane. Very long. Thank you guys, it's lovely to be here and it's been a real privilege to be able to judge these awards tonight for both level 5 and 6. I've really enjoyed watching them, so well done. It was fun to watch interesting and enjoyable films, so I know you've all worked really hard on those, so well done. So, to level 5 films, I think the standard was really good in this selection. Now, as a drama director, if you didn't know that from Terry's introduction, it was good to see emphasis on the story arcs, performances, characters, and a strong use of location, I thought, which was really good. It was also good to see some comedy in there, which is always fun to watch, which I really enjoyed, and I think the films were technically quite well accomplished. So, to the nominees, please.
Do you think I loved you? I never fucking loved you.
You fucking what?
You disgust me. You made me want to vomit. Pathetic. Rob, pass me the phone. Get your fucking hands off.
What the fuck's my mind? What is it?
Alright, no bed. Leave her alone. I'll call the police and they're on the way.
I catch you round here, the kid's gonna be...
Oh, God.
Seriously, Bakes. Joke's over. Where is he?
I honestly don't know.
What? I thought you were in on this together. You were the last one to see him.
You really think I'm going to joke about something like this?
Oh my God. Well, where the fuck is he then?
I don't know.
Right. I'm gonna call the police.
Emergency schedule update.
Oh, please, no.
It's for your own good, Tom. The Central Hub has prescribed that the best course of action to help you to get over the death of your family is to force you to face it. Prescribed treatment was ineffective. Emergency protocols inactive. Awaiting schedule update.
So, as you can tell, guys, it was quite a tough choice, but my final winner is the film that used its shots and location and editing to really good effect. It helped create a really tense atmosphere and made me care about the central characters, which is imperative if you're going to do good drama. So, the award goes to The Walk by Anne-Marie Stockhouse.
Well, just like to thank all my actors who have come in tonight, my tutor Robin, who just helped me so much, everybody else who was nominated. Last time I shared a bit of TV with Terry Christie and he had me dressed as a nippy outside Eric Cantona's house. Yeah, so I knew from that point that the only way was up, so thank you everybody.
Okay, and on to level 6 films for TV drama. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed watching the films, and as I would expect from the final year students, there was a little bit more ambition to the films, and it was really nice to see some kind of complex issues and themes being explored in them, which was really good to see. Yep, to the nominees, please.
Sorry, what was that?
One must assume by your silence that each one of you is prepared for today's exam. Remember, scaring a normie is not an easy task.
Again, I liked three films, all for very different reasons. Some were very strong on story and performance, others on visuals and technique. Again, it was quite hard to make that decision between those various strong aspects in all of them, but the film I've chosen for the award showed great attention to detail, artistic talent, and most importantly, it told its story visually. So the award goes to Joe Conning with Capture That.
I don't know what to say, like, I didn't think I was going to get even awarded, but fair play. I'll say, like, thanks to Jake and Sean and all that lot, and Harvey and Matty and Alex and all that, and Will for helping me out. And cheers to Robin, innit, because he sorted me out.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to see those films, because I'd actually like to see them all the way through, wouldn't you? Yes. Get them up there. Moving on now to an award that isn't actually for any module, but for something students can actually get involved in outside of work hours. This award is for the person who's contributed most to the university's very own news channel, Quays News. Now, over the years, Quays have given students a chance to work in a real newsroom, gather real news stories and broadcast live from their very own studio. They once even got a live interview with Salford icon Bez. I ended up in Ireland with him once for 3 days. That would be double X-rated. I'll tell you when you're 23. And I can guarantee that he would have twisted their melon, as they say. To present this award, would you please join me in welcoming Mike Halligan, who won this award in 2016 as a final year BAFTA student and is now a production specialist at ITV. Welcome, Mike.
Hello. I should have done the right thing and printed this off, but I'm lazy. So I asked if we can actually have a few awards tonight for Quays, because so many people get involved with it and there are some really talented people. So I'm just going to do some honourable mentions first. First one is for Harris, who's on this camera right here. Harris is a first-year student, started to direct, and the things this guy can do as a first year just completely blew me away. So hats off to you. When I first started working straight out of uni, I had my first oh shit moment. I got into a job and realised, can I actually do this? Like, I was seriously scared. And I think this award isn't going to this person, but she would have been very, very good, and she definitely deserves an award. It's Becca King, so there's an honourable mention for her. She's faced some challenges and she's always come back, and that's what being an operator is all about. But Quays isn't just about what you do personally. It's not about what you do and how you develop, it's what you bring to the team. It's a big team effort, and the person that wins it this year has brought things to the team for the past 3 years. They definitely enjoy it and deserve it. I'm rambling. This year he saw the recreation of Music for Quays with David Lowe, who actually wrote the theme tune for Grand Designs and loads of other things. So this year the person that gets it is Tom Foster.
Hi. Thank you very much for this award. I'd like to thank everyone at Quays, and also for tonight as well. Really good stuff in here. Been working really hard. This will go well with my Metrolink tram stop book that I got for my birthday. Thank you very much. Cheers.
I've got to say, on a more serious note, I've actually been on Quays News, and it is good that I've seen some fantastic journalism on there as well over the years, and having started very young, believe it or not, being trained as a journalist, and I've written for the years, regular columns in papers from the Manchester Evening News, Derby Evening Telegraph, Daily Mirror, Sunday People most recently. I have to say the job of a journalist is the same now, even as it was in my day, which is to speak truth to power. And that message today is still the same as it was then, which is, you don't know what you're fucking doing. Bear it in mind. Right. After that, moving on swiftly to the category celebrating those with an eye for detail. This is, of course, camera and lighting, and first up is a Level 5 award, which is presented by a very familiar face, Conor McIntyre, otherwise known as Pat Phelan from Coronation Street. Conor recently returned to the show in January 2016, and his character has become the resident baddie. Originally from Liverpool, his home now is in Plymouth, where he runs a successful studio project for emerging artists. Please welcome Conor.
Thanks, Terry. Good to see you. I am the least qualified person in this room to judge this award. So I didn't. Somebody else did. I'm a late substitute. But it may surprise for me to know that I graduated with my Masters in Fine Arts in 2015, just before I came back. So I can speak to the students' experience. I kind of know where a lot of you guys are. Post-institution, there's a whole different game. So I'm just going to say this about it. For the makers in the room, I think subject matter is hugely important. Identify what that is, what you really, really, really want to make work about, and do it like Hercules. Don't become a slave to fashion. Don't become a slave to taste. Find what it is that drives you and do that. Okay, I shut up now. I shouldn't open this yet, should I? What's next? We're going to look at the nominations.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at them.
Nominations.
If I could have changed it, if I could have just been there that evening, if I just called you, maybe, it wouldn't have happened.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
What's happening? Where am I?
You fucked us over, Charlie.
Joe, is that you? Get me out of this.
And now you come begging.
I saw those films this afternoon, and all of them deserve some kind of recognition there. Unfortunately, there has to be a winner, and the winner is Joshua Davis.
Apologies, Josh couldn't be here this evening, so he asked me to pick it up for him. Just a mention, the judge who did look at these films in great detail was a director and camera operator at Coronation Street called Tim Finn, and he wanted to congratulate each and every single nominee because they were all fantastic, but Josh just picked it. So congratulations to Josh. Thank you.
Great, I get to do another one. Late sub. Okay, let's have a look at the nominations.
Yeah, these.
So it wouldn't really be that appealing to me. And I don't find them that appetising because they're not sort of like chocolate.
Here is a brunch bar.
Yes.
What do you make of those? Are you a fan?
Well, it looks all right. It looks quite appetising.
Lots of people think that scouting is just about tying knots and lighting fires, and to some extent that's true. However, it's a lot more than that. So over the last few months, for example, we've been involved in providing climbing activities on Coronation Street with ITV Studios as part of the homecoming for Team GB from the Rio Olympics. We've had a scout who put a badge in space as part of Tim Peake's Principia mission.
I like to be quite visible on the gym floor and sort of make my sessions quite like big and not over the top sort of thing, but I like to be quite loud and get clients laughing quite a lot. So a lot of other people see me on the gym floor, it looks like I'm sort of having fun with clients. So just being on the gym floor, lots of posters help quite a lot as well. Leaflets and my business cards work quite well as well.
All about what we like to do. We like to play music that's all about finding the perfect beat. So that's dancehall, reggae, we like to play a lot of hip-hop, house music sometimes, occasionally disco, world beats. It's kind of all about finding that good music, and wherever that comes from, it's all about finding the music that connects with us. So maybe that's like a good lyric.
Once again, all deserving of recognition, but the winner for advanced lighting and camera is Lewis Foster.
I had no idea that was the film I'd been nominated for, so thank you. Basically, thank you to everyone who's helped me out, the tutors, and I've met so many amazing people over the last 3 years, and you're the ones who've really inspired me to do my best in the future, so thank you.
Well done, and thanks again to Connor, the man who brought the darkness to Coronation Street. Now, we all know that whichever platform we use in the art of editing is absolutely vital. The category tonight is for editing, and the following nominees have been selected for their artistry in this area. Presenting this award is Paul Tovey, who's head of Timeline North. He's also had a spell as a lead editor at the Farm Group. Paul's got a fantastic reputation, impeccable credentials, and a superb breadth of experience, said Daniel McDonald, Timeline's MD, and we're delighted to welcome him to the Timeline North team. So sadly Paul can't be with us tonight, so here he is via the magic of television. And to announce a winner by the magic of television, this is Paul Tovey.
Good evening. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight at the awards. I'm really sorry that I can't be there in person. I got all dressed up for the occasion, but unfortunately I'm still stuck in an edit suite. As a past student of Salford University, I'm really proud that I've been asked to judge this year's editing award. I really enjoyed my time at Salford and always enjoy going back there to meet with old colleagues and meet new friends. The level of entries this year was really, really high, and it was no mean feat in trying to decide who the winner should be for this category. What I had to use as my benchmark really was what project would least look out of place on television. So I've judged the pacing, I've judged the use of cutaways, the variety of shots, the sound mixing and so on, all the things that go towards making an edit look seamless. And as I say, the decision to choose the winner was very, very difficult. The level of entries was very high. But without further ado, I'd like to announce that the winner for the 2017 editing category is Bianca Smith.
Wow, I was so nervous. Thank you, and thank you for Salford University for giving me a second shot at university and for leading me on the right path as I now have a job as a video editor, so thank you.
I should say well done, Bianca. I also need to announce that there is an extra prize for this award tonight, as this award is sponsored by Avid. They've donated a copy of their Avid Media Composer Suite, so there you go, a bit of an extra. Well done. And now moving on to Radio Studio Level 5 and 6, supported by Hindenburg Systems. Studio shows are only as good as the team making them. It's not always easy to collaborate, but when you do it well, the results can be fantastic. Awarded by Simon Greening, winners receive a 2-year Journalist Pro multi-track audio editor. And Simon Greening took broadcasting studies at Leeds University and first worked at Signal in Stoke-on-Trent, doing weekend breakfast. From there, well, he's worked on a whole variety of radio stations, and in 2014 became regional content producer for the Northwest, that's Radio City, Key 103 and Rock FM, and started producing Paddy's Sunday Dinner for the network, and in 2016 became content controller for Radio City 2 and Radio City Talk. Welcome, Simon Greening.
It's great to have been asked to judge again this year. Couldn't come last year, sent a horrible video which anyone who was here last year will have seen on the screen. Definitely wanted to make sure I was here this year, and once again really impressed by all the entries. I was listening out for creative, slick, engaging radio, high production values and great delivery. Exactly what I'm looking out for on a daily basis when it comes to air checks with presenters on the 3 stations over in Liverpool. I've always wanted to say this. Let's have a listen to the nominees.
This is Utter Radio.
Welcome to Jukebox Journeys. You're here with me, Fran. And me, Molly. And today we're taking you on an adventure through time in music, fashion and events.
It was the decade when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon and many fashion traditions were broken. Young people were finally given a voice and freedom to do what they wanted.
That's when the LSD thing was, everybody young took it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Daisy's Day Out.
I went to the farm today, Daddy.
And?
Now sit down and I'll tell you all about it.
So what animals are we feeding now?
Right, we've got 2 pygmy goats, and they share the pen with a little pig that you can hear in the background.
Don't be lazy. Be like Daisy. Go on an adventure too.
Concord of the Sea. Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your captain speaking. It's now time for the Concorde of the Seas safety rap.
Put your hands together and make sure you clap.
Welcome on board this cruise today. Please listen carefully to these tips to stay safe. Please don't run on the deck as you might slip, and if you're using the diving board, please don't do flips.
Concorde of the Sea.
Hello and welcome to the weird and wonderful world of The Gaming Show. Do you ever feel uncomfortable when sitting on the park bench, just watching the world breeze by? Do you ever feel like you're always on the hot seat? At home? At work?
I just can't focus on my game.
Hemorrhoids is an unfortunate problem that many of us face at some point in our lives.
But that's when it all changed. I was speaking to my 80-year-old neighbour when she told me about Tuck's hemorrhoid ointment. I finally got my life back on track and I feel great.
Yay!
I can even start twerking again.
The Wonder Plane!
Attention passengers, we have arrived in Jamaica, the home to many talented sports people. So we thought we would stop here to give you the latest sports news. But beforehand, let's get to know our surroundings. Jamaica is known for its athletes, especially in track and field, with the most famous being Usain Bolt. There he goes now.
Away cleanly. Bolt has got a very good start.
The Wonder Plane!
So, Concorde of the Seas took me on a world cruise via a family holiday that made me feel like I was on board a ship. There was a rap that you heard some of, a restaurant visit that made me feel like I was actually in Greece, and all the performances from the presenters really sold the whole experience. Daisy's Day Out, I could hear if CBeebies ran a radio show and a radio station. Real inventiveness around the storytelling. There was a sing-along, interactivity that would really appeal to children, and the interviews fitted the structure well. Loads of creativity around the show's ads. Jukebox Journeys put me slap bang in the middle of a time machine to visit the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. The sound effects really brought it to life, along with strong interviews, archive clips and real technical flair that brought many different components together seamlessly in the studio with great pace. The gaming show had a great structure that looked at games of the past, current gaming news and what's down the line. The use of music and sound effects really enhanced the content, and there were also good nods to social media, a competition and creativity around the ads, one of which you heard. And the Wonder Plane also took me on a world tour by air this time, and I learned a lot about France I did not know. The interviews were well placed, the music and sound effects brought the show to life, and in the studio the programme was well presented and put together. So all you care about now is who has won. It was a show that really sold the subject matter to me. It brought together a load of different elements, and the music and sound effects really worked in its favour. All the presenters were across the content, the structure was spot on, and what clinched it for me was that I could actually hear it as a regular weekly show, and it made me lol as well. And I realise I've just said lol, so I'll wrap this up quickly now and tell you that Hugh, Theo and Leon have won for the gaming show. So Gary can say something.
I am sorry that Hugh, Theo and Leon aren't here. They're probably too busy on World of Warcraft or whatever it is, or being influenced by the incessant violence which they immerse themselves in cyberspace. But it's great. Thank you to Simon there, and they did a great job. All the entrants were fantastic in Radio Studio, and but I will take this award for them. And but thank you to all the nominees, because you worked really well this year. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Simon. On to the next award. This is Radio Studio Level 6. Let's have a look at the nominations.
Throughout the show, the wheel of life will spin, choosing today's segments that contribute to your happiness.
Adventure. On the road again.
Are you missing that certain someone in your life?
Still wondering why you're alone? What is your game plan for when you're older?
To meet somebody, say move in, next get married, and then make sure you marry someone rich, and then she buys all the stuff.
You're listening to Space Jam on Utter Radio.
Hello, it's Erica and Rebecca here, live from our rocket, which is currently heading to space.
That's right, it's 5 o'clock, which means one thing only, it's Space Jam time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The female orgasm. It's always been a subject people feel uncomfortable talking about. But here on Turn Me On, we're not afraid to tackle the issue. And producer Craig has been looking up the facts from the fiction to find out a little more on female ejaculation.
Turn Me On. Love Honey, I found 5 facts that you probably never knew about squirting.
This is Life's Too Short.
Hello, you're listening to Life's Too Short on Utter Radio. I'm Megan, and for the next hour, we'll be exploring the world of bucket lists.
I can't do this, right?
Why did I pick this challenge?
Don't be nervous, it's just me in this room. For God's sake, it's me, you, and an accordion. What are you nervous about?
Now I'm feeling my age. No, I had a younger brother who actually went to a seminar once about the female orgasm. He said he didn't know much about it, but he'd had a few explode in his face. No, terrible. Right, now to announce the winner, it's Stuart Morgan. Sadly, Stuart can't join us either, so here he is on BT. Right. Right, the VT's broken, so the winner is... Right, the winner is Life's Too Short. Yeah.
Nobody turned up for any of that then, did they? It's me again.
Do you know what? I make an off-colour comment and I'm dying for a VT to come on. And now I'm left stranded again. It's like the story of my life.
Totally left stranded. I do apologise. The Sophie, Danielle and Megan, clearly life is too short for them to attend the BAFTARs. So they're obviously embracing their bucket lists, and this obviously wasn't on it for any of them. I do apologise for that. The entrants for this section were extraordinary, and the quality of the work at Level 6 Radio Studio in the first semester was, and in the second semester with the final year projects was brilliant. And the audio textures, the guest acquisition, the level of imagination, the use of audio in order to generate narrative and to fully immerse us in the world that they'd created was fantastic. And I know that video was made, by the way, just there's been a malfunction tonight, clearly. But I know that Stuart Morgan from Audio Always, who was the judge, found this an excruciatingly difficult call to make. But Life is Short was a really slick, well put together programme, but all the other nominees created some phenomenal work. So I'd like to say thank you to all the nominees for putting in such effort this semester. But thank you to Sophia, Sophie, Megan and Danielle for creating Life's Too Short.
What am I supposed to do with that? Don't... How many is he having? Right. It's now, of course, the turn of the TV studio students to shine and show their wares. Working in a TV studio is one of the most exciting locations in the industry. There's blood, sweat and tears in the build-up to it, and then euphoria when it all comes together and the show works. Both of the Level 5 and 6 awards tonight will be awarded by Pamela Hossick from BBC Religion. Pamela's a BBC television producer and multi-camera outside broadcast director, specialising in live music, worship and events, mainly for BBC Religion. Pamela intended to train as a journalist, but since then she spent 10 years in London at BBC Television Centre as a PA researcher and, as an assistant producer on everything from Blue Peter and Newsnight to one-off dramas. She moved to BBC Manchester Oxford Road as a producer on Songs of Praise and live worship. Please welcome Pamela.
Hello. I don't know how well qualified I am to judge this award because I haven't actually worked in a TV studio for about 20 years. However, I do exactly the same, but outside in different buildings, outside broadcasts. So I hugely appreciate what you've been up to. So this is Year 5. I think you've got the meanest category, I really do. I mean, I understand that you only had about 6 weeks learning about television studio production before you actually had to do this entire finished thing. Well, wow. Actually, that's what it's like in real telly as well. So I took that on board, and basically what was important to me was how much fun it was to watch, how much I wanted to keep on watching it, and working out clearly how you'd worked well as a team. You all did that totally brilliantly, so here are the nominations.
Hello and welcome to Date My Mate, the show where only your mate can get you a date.
Hello and welcome to Couch Potatoes.
Hello and welcome to Baking with Bear.
Hello explorers! Welcome back to the show where we travel from place to place each week with 2 families competing to win.
I hope you can tell from just those montages how absolutely engaging they all were, which made it really did make it very difficult. But there is a winner, and the winner is the one who, for me, showed a real confidence and a real style, and made me realise that I'd turned the telly on to watch the right thing. So, I think there should be more deal made of this. And because no one's mentioned, well, the officers, thank you. And the winner is Couch Potatoes, Chloe Burnland and Jack Thompson.
Well, Chloe was the producer, and it's pretty hard trying to get 20 Salford University students in the same room at the same time, so it was incredibly stressful and difficult. Have you got anything else to say?
I've not actually written a speech. No, yeah, it was really hard to do this one, but we did it in the end.
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to everyone else that did. There was some really good competition there, and thank you to everyone that helped us make our TV studio.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
So you've had to wait all this time, level 6. Well, I got a bit fed up, so I decided not to bother. No, they didn't. Wow, my goodness, what 3 impressive nominations, and all very different as well, which made my job doubly difficult. But this category for me is about, not just about the show, but it's about being a great producer. And trust me, that isn't, in my experience, always the same as having a great idea. It's also about leading a team. I'm going to give you some advice now. I know you probably don't want to hear it, but you're going to hear it anyway. And that is about get together the best team you possibly can and get them to trust you, and you will look so good. And these three also looked very good, and I think we should look at the nominations.
Hello and welcome to Under the Spotlight.
Good morning, Subventurers. You are on board the Subventure submarine.
You know, all three of these nominees brought absolute passion and a real bit of themselves to their particular programmes, and they showed real heart, and that's really why they were, all three of them, magical. But the one who is the winner is the one who took television techniques and made them enhance a really good creative idea. So, the winner is Kate Troy in Subventurers.
God, it's a long walk from back there. Thank you very much to everyone. I think most people that helped me on the show are actually around here somewhere, so thank you to them. And also thanks to Connor and Miles for being the most amazing presenters I could have asked for. Thank you.
And fantastic to see that level of ambition as well in those films. You know, I mean, it does. It sounds a bit corny, but, you know, I've been doing this 3 years, and it does seem the standard gets higher every year. I sounded sincere then, didn't I? I meant it. You know, seriously, it is very good. I should say, ladies and gentlemen, before we draw the evening to a close, I would like to welcome to the stage the Director of Broadcast Media at the University of Salford, Dr. Annabelle Waller.
Hello everybody, it's brilliant this evening, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I've been completely blown away. How good has this evening been? Amazing, absolutely amazing. So, as a former programme leader on BAFTA and a tutor of some of you, I've been so thrilled to see what you've produced. And I just wanted to say the quality has been terrific. We've had some brilliant winners, but really we've had some amazing nominees. So I think you should feel hugely proud and pleased if you were nominated. Can we please applaud the nominees? You are are awesome. You are really awesome. And we're very lucky this evening that we've had such an incredibly prestigious set of judges. To have your work seen by people in industry who are really at the top of their game, giving you that feedback, that's a really special treat. So absolutely make the most of that and feel proud of what you've achieved. To have come in the first year and to have produced stuff like that and had your work seen by pros, that's really something to be very proud of. And I'd also have to say the show tonight has been technically amazing, production-wise. I know there's been a huge team behind working with Rick, Michael and all the students, so what an awesome night. Well done to you. Just finally, I wonder whether you'd want to join me in saying a thank you to your tutors. I think we're incredibly lucky to have an outstanding team of lecturers working on the programme who've helped you realise your dreams and make the radio and TV and multi-platform programmes sing and fly and be so entertaining in the way we've seen. So please, let us say thank you to our programme leader, Deborah Prinzler, to Leslie Blaker, to Jimmy Ewing, to Anthony, to Maura, to Moira, to Jeff, to Robin, to Lyndon, to Richard, to Leslie, to Catherine, to Ken, to... Have I forgotten anyone? Gary! Jimmy! Forgive me if I've forgotten anyone, but supporting them all are a terrific team of technical demonstrators led by Amir. We've got Ash and Joe and John and Rick, and we are so lucky to have all these people supporting us. So, to all of you and to all of them, what a triumph. Well done.
So that's it, the 2017 BAFTAs have drawn to a close. I've got to say, those students who are leaving now, don't forget your roots, don't forget Salford. It is a very special place. And remember what the late Tony Wilson always said, put something back. And for those of you who've got your final year next year, more excitement to come. And there is a real buzz about Media City. I was a bit kind of dubious when it first opened up, because I just thought it would become another branch of London. But seeing the local talent and other people coming through here, this will be a school of excellence, believe me. Everything I've seen the last 3 years doing it has convinced me of that. Thanks again to all the judges for taking the time to look at the work here and offer all that great feedback. And thank you to our TV and radio crews for keeping us on air and kind of covering up my purpose mistakes, you know. Just keep myself on my toes. We've seen some well-deserved awards handed out this evening. There's bound to be disappointment, but it is important to remember you've all been through this together. And as I said, you know, if you're graduating this year, you've come out feeling great about your achievements. And if you still have some time to go, take inspiration from those who have gone ahead. And here in the University of Salford's Digital Performance Laboratory at Media City and in the foyer, and to all our listeners on BAFTA Radio and viewers watching online, good night, and thank you very much. It's been an honour, to be asked to do it again.
job when there's nothing